Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I was just drinking some water right there. I just got done watching Adams. I was watching Adams live, and right before I came on to start this right here, guys. So yeah, sorry about that. I was just busy doing that literally right before I started this. I was watching my Adams show, and right before I came on to do this. So I'm back at it right here. I'm doing this right here. Everything's going well, guys. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Ray Infinity Show podcast. I'm your host, Ray, and this is episode number 83. And I got a good episode for you guys here today. We're going to be talking about Elon Musk and DeSantis, because as you guys know, recently on Twitter, Elon Musk was asked if he would back DeSantis for 2024, as you know, for president in 2024. Someone asked Elon that on Twitter, and Elon said, of course he would. Like, it was really interesting. I'm not really surprised that he said he would back DeSantis. I mean, personally, I'm backing Trump because I think Trump is the best person suited for it. But if not Trump, DeSantis would be the next best option, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I think I just hope DeSantis decides not to run into 2024, because it would just put him and Trump at odds against each other, which is that's something that the left wants to happen. They clearly want that to happen. Why do they want it to happen? Because it would divide the country and put us all against each other. Because then you would have a civil war among the Republican Party, and I do not want that to happen whatsoever. But we're on the verge of that happening, so yeah, it's sad to see that. All right, guys. Right before I'm going to get right into start talking about this, make sure to go check out the Ray Studios merchandise store right here. Check out the Ray Studios merchandise right here. I got spring.com. I got everything from shirts, bottles, and sweatshirts and everything. A lot of fun stuff right here. The Ray Studios merchandise is some of the best stuff that I have. Also, the mug. I also got a good, cool mug right here, and I also have an Ultimate MAGA shirt, which I love. This one, it's probably my favorite piece out of all of these. I also got the Biden Fetterman 2024 shirt, and also an O'Rourke Abrams 2024 shirt. Like, this stuff is hilarious right here. I was just having so much fun just when I was making this right here. So yeah, guys, please go check out the Ray Studios merchandise store at spring.com. Link is in the description below. All right. Yeah. Hey, Metalopoly. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Like I said, I was watching Adam's stream right there, but right as I was getting ready to come back on to do this. So yeah, but yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad I'm streaming again, and I'm glad you're here to watch, man. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah. Like right when I get done streaming here, because this is not going to be a long video, but when I get done, I'm gonna probably go check out Adam's stream again. If he's still doing doing it at the time, I might. That's probably do. All right, here. Let me bring up the first article right here about the main subject here. Come on, right here. And this is coming from Breitbart, everyone. This is where, yep, Biden Fetterman 2024 Metalopoly. It's a no-brainer. You know, Adam, he has a Biden Fetterman 2024 shirt too. He created one on his merchandise store, and he got the idea from me because he saw mine. So yeah, his looks more like an accurate political shirt. But mine doesn't. But the thing is, I just went into a Google drawings and just made that. He made it in a professional app. So yeah, so it just is what it is. So yeah, but yeah. All right, here. This article's from Breitbart. Elon Musk backed Ron DeSantis in 2024. Like I said, I'm not really surprised that Elon is backing DeSantis. Elon's not the kind of person that would back Trump. He just isn't. And I think that it's pretty obvious that he would not back Trump. DeSantis is someone who he would back more of. Like I said before, DeSantis is he's a younger version of Trump. But the only difference is that DeSantis doesn't say a lot of the weird stuff that Trump says, or the stuff that Trump shouldn't say all the time. It's as much as I love Trump, he does say a lot of stuff that he probably should not say. There's a lot they shouldn't say, but he does it. Like the Stormy Daniels thing, talking about putting stuff in your blood, or you guys know what I'm talking about with to heal people from something. I'm not going to say what that is, but you know what I'm well, no, it's not that. But what I'm trying to say is I forgot what it was called, but some cleaning product, talking about that, maybe that can cure something. I forgot exactly what the exact thing he said, but it was something along those lines right there. So, but I agree that was not the best thing he shouldn't have said. He should not have said that whatsoever. But he did it, so it is what it is. So yeah, but DeSantis, like, he does pretty much everything that Trump does, pretty much of it, but except he just doesn't say a lot of the weird stuff that Trump says. So that's what separates DeSantis from Trump. And like I said, I would prefer Trump in 2024 and then DeSantis in 2028, because I'd rather have 12 years of conservatism than 4 or 8 years. That's just my view, because Trump still can run for one more term and be president for 4 more years. DeSantis can only be president for 8 years. So yeah, I'd rather have Trump first and then DeSantis. Or my hope is that DeSantis will be Trump's VP in 2024, but that's looking less and less likely. I hope it happens, but because of this little civil war that the media is fueling between Trump and DeSantis, it's almost not gonna happen, because it's just dividing the country more and more. Well, not the country, but the people on the right more than anyone else. So yeah. But yeah, let's go start reading into this. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and now Twitter, has said he would support Ron DeSantis in a 2024 presidential primary, although it's still unclear if the Florida governor intends to run. Asked on Twitter, the platform he now owns, if he would support Ron DeSantis in 2024, Musk responded in the affirmative while stressing that platform should be fair to all. Yeah. And Proud Elephant, I love this account on Twitter. You guys should go follow him, because this guy is pretty cool right here. And he asked Musk on Twitter this. He says, "Would you support Ron DeSantis in 2024, Elon?" Then Elon responded saying yes. So yeah, but look, like what he said right here. He said yes, and then down here he said this part. He says, "But Twitter as a platform must be fair to all," and I 100% agree with that. I don't want some right-wing echo chamber or left-wing echo chamber. Like I said, I'm glad that Truth's out there. I'm glad that Parler's out there, that Gab, Minds, all these, Cloud Hub, all these are out there. But the thing is, here's the thing, though, about it. They're echo chambers. Whether anyone likes it or not, Truth is, Gab is, Minds is, Parler, Cloud Hub, they're all echo chambers. There's no debate right there. That's why we need to have Twitter, and why Trump needs to come back to Twitter. He's unbanned, but he won't post there, and he needs to post there. If Trump has any chance of winning in 2024, he needs to post on Twitter, not just on Truth, because Truth is an echo chamber, and you're only reaching to your own people. You have to reach out to other people. That's the main reason he won in 2016 was because he was able to bypass the media with social media, with like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. He was able to bypass the media and go directly to the people, and so he's not posting there right now. So I just hope he gets his act together. Like Milo said when he went on Tim Pool's show, like he says, Trump for the last year or so he's not been the best. He has not been the best in this past year, as he keeps clinging to the past. And I agree. He keeps clinging to it. We need to not what we need to do, we need to at least be able to move forward. We have to move forward, or there's not going to be anything we can do. We need to move forward so we can make a better future. That's the only way we have any chance of winning in 2024 or any time else. Sorry, guys, the camera was off there a little bit. I'm trying to fix it right there. But yeah, we need to move forward so we can fix this country better. We have to. That's why Milo says he hopes he gets his mojo back. And if once he gets his mojo back, Trump will just be undeniably not only the best person to run in 2024, but he'll be undeniably the best person out of any candidate in 2024, and possibly including DeSantis. I told Osiris this multiple times. Trump in 2020 was not the same guy he was in 2016. It was a mistake, because in 2016 he appealed to people because he ran more as an independent. Even though he was running as a Republican, he was still running. The way he was acting and bringing himself out was more like an independent. And 2020, he was more like a traditional. He was more like a Republican, which was a big mistake. Which is why a lot of people didn't vote for him, and why they turned away from him. So Trump needs to get his mojo back that he had in 2016 if he has any chance to win, and he needs to get back on Twitter so he can have a chance to win. because without getting back to the mainstream platforms, and if Trump does not get his mojo back, he has a 0% chance. Like this is the only way we can win is if Trump does this. We need him to do this. So I hope he does. And so, yeah, right. And continuing with the article, Musk describes himself as a moderate Republican. Moderate Republican. Because with how far the left has gone today, you can make a case for that he looks like it, but he's actually not a moderate Republican. He's clearly a liberal. That he's clearly someone on the left. There's no doubt with that. A moderate Republican is someone who's barely on the right. Now, with the left going as far left as they have, then it makes it seem like Musk is on the right and is a moderate Republican, but he truly is not. He's a liberal. On what the definition of a liberal is, that is what Elon is. He is he with all his policies. Here's the definition of liberalism. It's a free, open society and like pretty much do whatever you want as long as you stay within some boundaries. That's what liberalism is. Well, almost completely. Libertarian is completely. Liberalism is almost completely, is what I should say. So that's what Elon is. So yeah. So right here, he told Musk describes himself as a moderate Republican. A relatively recent development. He told followers he reluctantly backed Biden over Trump in 2020. Wow, that part I was not aware of. So yeah, the fact that Musk backed Biden in 2020, that tells me something right there. Something is really off right there. So yeah, it's pretty weird stuff that's going on right here. Pretty weird stuff. So I'll have to look more into it. So yeah. But was disappointed with the administration. And this is his tweet right here. As a reminder, I was a significant supporter of the Obama-Biden presidency and reluctantly voted for Biden over Trump. Yeah, I like I've said, I hope a lot of the people that voted for Biden, they realize they get what they get now, because they are the ones who brought this on. Like with the inflation, the economy, the war in Ukraine, the botched Afghanistan withdrawal. Like this is all on the left because they voted for Biden. If they had at least looked more at what was going on at the time, at least like looked at things, we could looked at how things were much better in 2020 compared to how it was in 2016. They should have realized that, but because of the media, they turned away from that and they voted for Biden. And so they voted for a guy who didn't even campaign, a guy who can't even speak. He can't even speak. If you look at everything that he's done in the past 2 years, it's comic. It's almost comical. You almost feel bad for the guy that he's even doing this. So yeah, I don't like it. It just is. It is what it is. So yeah. But freedom of speech is the bedrock of a strong democracy and must take precedence. So, yeah. Well, then again, we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic, Elon. I wish I could talk to Elon and explain this stuff to him, because I would get him to understand this. You have to. I'm glad you're appealing more to everyone, but you also need to. What I think you need to do, bring Alex Jones back too. Bring Alex Jones, bring Milo, bring Gavin McInnes, bring all of those guys back and let them have a voice. You allowed Kathy Griffin to come back, even though she's done a lot of stuff that makes you really question why she would be allowed to. Remember the shrunken head? Remember she had a photo. She posted a photo on Twitter of holding up a shrunken head of Trump, who was a sitting president at the time. Yeah, and she was not, and she's allowed back on Twitter. Like I said, I think she should be allowed on Twitter personally. But if you're going to allow her, you definitely need to allow Alex Jones back on. That is my opinion. If you're allowing her back on and not Alex Jones, I'm like, come on, man. What are you trying to do right here? It makes no sense. So yeah. My preference for the 2024 presidency is someone sensible and centrist. Well, Ron DeSantis is not a centrist. He's not. He's a conservative. A conservative is someone who's on the right and on a good center right. Well, not in the middle, but at least a good portion on the right is what I should say. I should rephrase it like that. I had hoped that would be the case for the Biden administration, but had been disappointed so far. Like Elon. I wish you could have came around much sooner than you have right now. I really, really wish you had, but you haven't. So look where we got right now. Yeah, the billionaire came out as a Republican earlier this year. I I do remember he said he was going to be voting Republican for the first time this year. I do remember that, and for in the special election for the Texas 34th congressional district in June. I do remember that, but like he's not a Republican by any means. He just voted for that because of how far left that this current administration is and how far left the Democrats are in Congress right now. That's just how it is. Since taking over Twitter, Musk has moved quickly to restore major conservative accounts that have been banned, most notably of former President Donald Trump. So yeah, I'm glad he unbanned Trump. I'm glad he allowed him back on. So, but he's still not allowing Alex Jones, Gavin McInnes, or Milo back on. So yeah. Following a recent poll of his followers on the topic, Musk announced an amnesty for all users who have previously been banned for violations other than illegal activity or spam, outrageous spam. So yeah. Musk's announcement comes shortly after he launched a poll asking Twitter users to vote on reinstatement for accounts that have not broken the law or engaged in outrageous spam. 72% of those that answered the poll voted yes. And then Musk retweeted, "The people have spoken. Amnesty begins next week." Vox Populi? I believe I'm saying that correctly. I don't know. Vox Dei, using a Latin phrase that means the voice of the people, the voice of God. Musk used the same phrase after reinstating former President Donald Trump to the platform. Trump has said he will not be returning to Twitter, but has not deleted his account. I hope he gets it back. I hope he gets it back. So he gets, because if we have any chance of winning, we need Trump back on Twitter. There's no denying that. Anyone who says otherwise has no idea what they're even talking about right there. Musk's ambitious ambitions to restore free speech to Twitter have led to a backlash from advertisers, with a third of the platform's major advertisers pulling out, aka Pfizer. Leftists, including Twitter's former top censor, have also pointed to regulators in the Apple and Google app stores as potential mechanisms to restrain free speech on the platform. And it wouldn't matter to Elon because Elon is so rich that he could deal without Google and Apple. But then again, can we trust Elon? I don't know if we can. I don't know if Elon is any trustworthy. I don't know about that whatsoever. Is he trustworthy? We'll have to wait and see. But the fact that he has not unbanned Alex Jones or Milo or Gavin McInnes and a few others. So, yeah, I'm going to have to think more about that. So, yeah. I just hope he gets everything back, all of them back. But you guys are actually pretty funny right there. Talking about every Metalopoly and Fenwick. You guys are talking about your Thanksgiving, what you guys had for Thanksgiving. I'm glad you guys had a great Thanksgiving. All you guys did. Thank you guys for that. I had a great Thanksgiving too. I went over to my grandma's. My great grandma was there as well. So was my sister, and we had a great time. We had a really great time, and I got to spend time with my family and all that, and had some delicious food though. And to be honest, I actually only had 2 plates. To be honest, I didn't eat that much because past Thanksgivings I've eaten a lot, but this Thanksgiving I didn't eat much. I only had 2 plates, and surprisingly, I didn't have any pie either. I did not have any pie, which is shocking because that's never happened before until this one time. So I'm trying to work on some stuff, but well, Fenwick, I'm not a person who's into. I don't like sweet potato pie. As a matter of fact, I don't like anything sweet potato. I cannot stand sweet potatoes. My favorite pie, I love pumpkin pie. Oh my god, I love pumpkin pie, and I didn't have any because I needed to stay away from that. And there was also some chocolate pie too, and I had to stay away from the chocolate pie as well. So yeah. But yeah, getting back to the next topic here, from Elon backing DeSantis over Trump. I just hope Hey, Fenwick, I don't have a problem with that. You can say whatever you want. I'm glad because I want to have fun on my channel. I want all you guys to have fun. Like, I want you to say what you want. I don't want this to just be talking about that. If you guys want to talk about it like that, I will. Because guess what? I want to have fun on the show. I don't want to just like have it just be some boring show at times. I want to have some fun with it. So yeah. Uh So Metalopoly, is it crazy that I didn't have any pie, or is it crazy that I don't like sweet potatoes? Yeah. So yeah. Mhm. Please let me know. Is it that I didn't eat any pie, or is it that I don't like sweet potatoes? I would like to know that. So yeah. But yeah, like I with Elon backing DeSantis, I think it's clearly obvious that there's going to be a civil war in the Republican Party and and between conservatives as a whole. And this is something that the media wants, and that pumpkin pie is the best, man. Pumpkin pie is the best, Metalopoly. But yeah, but between them, but like the media and the Democrats and these radical leftists, they want a civil war in the Republican Party and with conservatives. The reason is because it'll divide us up so much that we will never be able to win again. It's like the Teddy Roosevelt analogy. Teddy Roosevelt is the reason we got Woodrow Wilson as president, because he ran third. Because like the Republicans would not nominate him over Taft. They nominated Taft. So Teddy Roosevelt decided he would run third party, and so because when he would do that, Woodrow Wilson would win the presidency. So, and it just divided the conservative vote. Teddy Roosevelt, he's one of the best presidents in my opinion we've ever had, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the fact he is the reason. Sorry about that. My camera's off again, guys. But you have to look at the fact that he's the reason we got Woodrow Wilson as president, who is arguably the worst president of all time between him and the current one right now. So, yeah. But and like Woodrow Wilson nearly destroyed this country. He almost did. And the current guy, he's also destroying it as well. So, yeah. I don't mind pecan pie, Fenwick. I don't mind pecan. I love chocolate. I don't mind pecan, but I don't like sweet potato. So yeah. But yeah, I just hope things work out. I hope Trump and DeSantis work out their differences, and like I would actually prefer DeSantis be Trump's VP, so that because if he is, then there's no way we'll be able to lose in 2024, because it's putting the two big dogs together, and plus with DeSantis as Trump's VP, it would appeal to a lot of people on the left to vote for Trump. It just would. So yeah, that's what it would be. All right, let's move. This next topic ties a little into this. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Kanye and a lot of other people, and like Ye, whatever you want to call him. I'm a fan of him, and as you guys know, he's gotten into like some things been going on a lot with him right now. And as you guys know, he's also running for president in 2024. Okay. It's still hilarious just saying that. So, yeah, like it was in 2020, it's still hilarious again. And like as you guys recall, a few days ago, Kanye and I believe it was Nick Fuentes. Was it Nick Fuentes? They went to Mar-a-Lago to have a meeting with Trump. And like basically from what I can tell, Trump was just giving them advice and stuff like that. That's from what I can tell. And a lot of things did happen. And as you guys, and from what I can tell, Trump was just giving mostly Kanye advice. And it ties directly into this right here. This is another article from Breitbart. I'm going to be bringing it up right here. So, yeah. Donald Trump, Kanye West, a seriously troubled man that can't win in 2024. Obviously, we all know Kanye cannot win in 2024. It's still hilarious that he's even running right here. Like, I think I think he's a genuinely good person, but like, at the end of the day, I still think he shouldn't be running for president. First of all, it's still hilarious that he is, but I don't know. I truly don't know. It's almost a joke like it was a joke in 2020, but is it currently a joke now? Apparently it is. So yeah. Like right here. Former President Donald Trump dismissed Kanye West on Saturday as seriously troubled after the controversial rapper visited his home at Mar-a-Lago in Florida last week. Oh, it was last week, my mistake. So I help a seriously troubled man who just happens to be black. Kanye. This is Trump's tweet rate. His Truth on Truth Social, I should say. My mistake. Who has been decimated in his business and virtually everything else, and who has always been good to me by allowing his request for a meeting at Mar-a-Lago alone, so that I can give him very much needed advice. He shows up with 3 people, 2 of which I didn't know, the other a political person who I haven't seen in years. I believe that's Nick Fuentes. I believe it could be. I don't know for a fact. I believe it's Nick Fuentes, though. I told him, don't run for office. A total waste of time. Can't win. Fake news went crazy. Obviously, we all know Kanye would have no chance. So, yeah. Right here. Let me bring this right up. Kanye is, this is from Fenwick. Kanye is off his nut. I don't hate him at all, but still, yeah, I completely agree with you right there. Like, there's no need for him to run in 2024. Like, it's almost a joke at this point. Like, he knows he has no chance. He knows that, but same thing in 2020. He knew he didn't have any chance. So, yeah, especially anyone who runs as an independent has no chance anyway. Like, Trump, but now a lot of people would say, well, Trump, no one liked Trump. Everyone thought he was a joke. And yes, including me, I thought Trump was a joke in 2016. But, and he won. Well, then again, when I look at it, he still ran as a Republican, which, whether anyone likes it or not, we still live in a two-party system, Republican and Democrat. Independents or libertarians have 0% chance of ever winning any presidency. That's just a fact how it is, and nothing will probably ever change that. And so, the fact that Trump won, he won because he appealed, because I think a lot of that had to do because how much people were pissed at Obama, because people did not like Obama. He's one of the most unpopular presidents of all time, and it just divided the country so much. And the fact that Trump appealed to be more moderate, and like I said, he ran more as an independent, but as a lot of people prefer people to be more centrist, and Trump was a little more centrist in 2016 than he was in 2020 because he ran more as an independent, even though he was running as a Republican. He acted more like an independent, but ran as a Republican, is what I should say. And that's why a lot of people appealed to him. And a lot of people didn't appeal to him in 2020 because he ran more as a Republican, which I said many times before, that was a mistake. So, yeah. But like I said, if you're running under the independent banner or under the libertarian banner, you have a 0% chance of becoming president. That is just a fact. I know it's a sad thought, but that's just what it is. You can't change that. There's nothing you can do. I'm looking at your guys' comments. Nick is either a National Socialist or a Fed, and Milo is a known grifter. Both are liabilities that give dams ammo against conservatives. Well, you could see an argument with Nick Fuentes with that. You can make an argument with that, but I think Milo is a good guy. I think Milo truly is, because Milo was actually one of the guys who helped Trump get into office. If you recall back in 2016, because he campaigned with Trump a whole lot. He was a big part of that. That's one of the main reasons that's why a lot of reasons why Trump got in, because a lot of people who are these different people that were different from the establishment, and Trump is still not establishment. He's not, but the main reason a lot of people moved away from him because he moved closer to a Republican, which is more closer to establishment. That's why a lot of people moved away from him. So yeah, Trump, like Milo said, if Trump gets his mojo back, and he hopes he does, and he thinks he will, then Trump will have a really strong chance in 2024. He will. So yeah. Kanye is can't understand why Kanye is surrounding himself with these. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Nick Fuentes. I'm not the biggest fan, but I actually think he's a pretty interesting guy. I listen to his stuff whenever I can. He also talked to him with he did talk with Destiny, who is someone who is on the left, and actually someone who I am a fan of. And he actually debated him, and they had a great conversation, and Nick actually beat Destiny in that debate. He beat him. You guys should go check that out whenever you can. Nick could still be someone controlled. There's still a good chance. Is he directly a National Socialist? And you guys know what I'm saying right there. I just can't say the word on YouTube, but you know what I'm referring to. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There has to be a reason why he was banned. There has to be a reason why. And like Getter, there has to be a reason why Getter also banned him as well. There has to be a reason for that. They remember when Tim Pool destroyed the CEO of Getter when he asked him why when he told him why Nick was banned from Getter, and Tim destroyed him on in that conversation, and he couldn't really explain why he banned him other than like alluding to why. So yeah. Oh, 1 second. Oh, yeah. Can you guys okay? 1 second right here. Hopefully this is working better. Okay, yeah, it's working, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I thought something happened right there. Yeah. So yeah, but I do. But like, yeah, I don't know how to think of Nick but I am a fan of Milo though. I am a truly fan of Milo. Although it was weird though when you say like liability, something was weird though. Like as you guys know who Sam Cedar is, who is a leftist, who is someone I cannot stand whatsoever. He actually praised Milo when Milo went on Tim Pool's show and he destroyed Tim in that debate. Sam Cedar praised Milo, which is shocking to me because Milo, like, you think Milo is someone that Sam Cedar couldn't stand, but Sam Cedar was applauding Milo though when he destroyed Tim. Like that was just pretty weird, guys. Like I don't know how to think of that. I truly have no idea how to think of that. It was pretty weird. So I'll have to look more into that. I will have to. So yeah, because I truly don't know what to think of that. We can get into that maybe later, though. No, about Sam Cedar and Milo thing. Trump commented on West's visit after a firestorm of media coverage that took place after the meeting, when it was revealed that West brought Nick Fuentes, someone to a dinner as a guest. Like Nick says a whole bunch of crazy stuff. He says some pretty wild stuff. Now, like, is it arguable that he is? It's possible, but who knows? I don't know what to think of Nick. He could be, he could not be. I don't know. That's up for you guys to decide because I truly don't know what about Nick that much. I don't know what to think about him with that. I truly don't. Yeah. In a statement, Trump told Breitbart News on Friday after the meeting that he knew nothing about Fuentes and his views. I think Trump does know Nick. I think he does. He could be, but who knows? I think he does know about Nick. I believe he does. I could be wrong, but I think he does. On social media, Trump said that West was expected to come alone and did not know who West's guests were. Possible. It's possible. He shows up with 3 people, 2 of which I didn't know, the other a political person who I haven't seen in years, he wrote, referring to West's guests, which included former President Trump's aide, Karen Guarino. Okay, he probably doesn't know who Nick Fuentes is then, who reportedly joined West's campaign and was with Fuentes. The former president also addressed West's announcement that he would run for president in 2024. I told him, don't run for office. A total waste of time. Can't win, Trump recalled. And like you said, West cannot win. There's a 0% chance of that, especially with them running as an independent. West claimed in a video published on social media after the meeting that Trump was angry when he asked the former president to run with him as his vice president. Wait. Wait a minute. This part I was not aware of. Whatsoever. Kanye actually asked Trump if he would run as his vice president in 2024. That I was not aware of. This I had no idea about that part. That it's shocking and almost hilarious at the same time that Kanye asked Trump to run as his VP in 2024. I have no idea about that. No idea. I might have to check that out later. Metalopoly. I might. But yeah, I was not aware of this part is news to me. I read that Nick and Kanye went to Mar-a-Lago, but I did not know that Kanye actually asked Trump to be his VP in 2024. I had no idea about that. None. So yeah, oh my God. And I don't blame Trump for being angry about it. Like I would too if I was Trump. I would be angry about this. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I haven't watched the video of this, but I'm gonna play it right here just to see it. right here. Hopefully you guys can see it right here. I'm gonna play this video. Kanye announcing he's running in 2024. His ad. Let's check this out.
I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, me asking him to be my vice president, I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. It was the fact that I walked in with intelligence. So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist. When he didn't know what the lawyers is, you'll still have your lawyer list. And when all the lawyers said, forget it, Trump's done, there are loyalists running up in the White House, right? And my question would be, why, when you had the chance, did you not free the January 6ers? And I came to him as someone who loves Trump, and I said, go and get Corey back. Go and get these people that the media tried to cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this would-be mob-esque kind of story, talking to some kid from the south side of Chicago trying to sound mobby or whatever. He goes into the story about all that he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim, but he did it for me. But then he goes on to say that Kim is a you can tell her I said that. And I was thinking, like, that's the mother of my children.
Wow.
Since we know, and all the Christians in America that love Trump know that Trump is a conservative, we're going to demand that you hold all policies directly to the Bible. When Trump started basically screaming at me at the table, telling me I was going to lose, I mean, has that ever worked for anyone in history?
You're going to lose. Tell me he's going to lose.
Yes, it has.
I'm like,
has.
Hold on, Trump. You're talking to Ye.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, there. Oh my God. So I don't know. Can we trust Kanye? I don't know, guys. Can we actually trust Kanye now? I don't know. I truly don't know. The fact that he asked Trump to be his VP, so yeah. So yeah. I think the thing that Trump was more but yeah, we're more perturbed by. I'm botching that, guys. I'm sorry. Me asking him to be my vice president. West said, I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. Of course, it caught him off guard. He thought you were just coming there to give him so he could give you advice. He didn't know that you were going to ask him to be your vice president. Oh my God. So yeah, and plus on top of that, Trump announced he's running in 2024. He announced that. And why would he immediately drop this before any campaigning has started to become your vice president? For real, can you explain that? So yeah, you're not gonna. Oh my God, I don't know what to believe now. I don't know what. West said that Trump was basically screaming at me at the table, telling me I was going to lose. And look, Kanye, he's right. You knew better. Why are you asking him to be your VP when you know he's already running? That makes no sense. And plus, on top of that, you should know you have no chance to win in 2024. You should know that. It makes no sense whatsoever. No sense. So, yeah. I mean, has that ever worked for anyone in history? Yes, it has, man. He continued. I'm like, whoa, hold on, Trump. You're talking to Ye. You're Ye, man. He can talk to you however he wants. He's Donald J. Trump. Donald John Trump, the 45th president of the United States, a businessman who ran one of the biggest real estate companies in the country. And yeah, you're talking to him like that. And he has every right to talk to you like that because, like, he knows you're a threat to him when you're running. Guess what? Because if you run, man, you know you're going to take votes away from him. You know that. So you know you have no chance of winning, but you know that you can take votes away from Trump. So, yeah. Makes no sense whatsoever to me. No sense. Yeah. Exactly. He's someone trying to challenge Trump. Doesn't seem very loyal to me. No, he doesn't. And I'll say the same thing about DeSantis if he runs in 2024. He's not loyal. DeSantis, we have to make sure that we can win. DeSantis should know. Same thing with Kanye. The only way we can win is if we not only put the best candidates in forward, but when we put the best candidates forward, no one else gets involved in the way, because we need all the power going back behind this person. Without that, we're going to lose. That's just how it is. So yeah. Almost like Kanye is some kind of something. Yes, very, very interesting. Did you hear about the Balgia? I'm botching that ad with the Bon. Oh God. Okay, I'm not saying that. I saw that, and I'm not saying that out loud. I'm not saying that. So yeah. Why is he wearing those boots to meet with Trump? It's all, yeah. It's a little weird. It's almost like it's intentionally happening. They're trying to divide. They're trying to divide us. That's almost like what it is. So yeah. And Metalopoly, you said Trump and Kerry Lake in 2024. I think that's the second best option. I would still prefer Trump and DeSantis in 2024, but I'll take. But like if that doesn't happen with DeSantis, then Trump and Kerry Lake is the next best option, in my opinion. Now, if you have to look at it, who has the best chance of winning? Trump and DeSantis or Trump and Kerry Lake? Who has the best chance between those two? I still think it's Trump and DeSantis because they're the two biggest powerhouses, and that's will be the best chance we have to win because they're the two big dogs. That will be the only way we can win right here, at least in my view. Yeah. And when I told you about Sam Seed was backing Milo when he was going against Tim Pool, I think I'm gonna play that video right here. I'm gonna play that video. Like it was a pretty interesting. I'm not a Sam Cedar fan. I can't stand the guy, but he did play this video right here that I will show you guys right here. Give me 1 second. I'm bringing this up. Okay. Milo, come on, bring it up. Right here. I'm bringing this part up right here. I'm bringing it up right here. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. I got the video right here. I got it. I'm bringing this up because this is pretty interesting stuff. About Sam Cedar talking about how Milo destroyed Tim Pool. Like I said, I'm not a Sam Cedar fan, but we were talking about some people, like when you say that Milo is a liability, and then you have someone like Sam Cedar actually backing him up, that is something that's pretty weird right there. That's pretty weird. Like I'm bringing this up right here. You guys need to see. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm bringing this up right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, I got it right here. I got it. Here it is, guys. Right here.
Should we watch Tim Pool try and argue that the Republicans actually won and then just get completely shot down by...
Okay. I can't play that video then. Because I don't want to risk that then. I can't play that video then. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. The fact that Sam Cedar said that, so I can't really talk about it right now. So then, yeah. Fenwick. I can't. I'm trying to figure out how I can say it here on YouTube. I don't know. Like I said, something. There are things that are worth being looked into. So for YouTube, I have to word it correctly. So I can't exactly say that. So yeah, but but there are some things that are worth looking into. I'll just say it like that. So yeah, I hopefully I can say that. So yeah. But the thing, what I was bringing up with that Sam Cedar and Milo thing is that it's when you say that Milo is a liability, and then you have someone like Sam Cedar who is a leftist backing Milo, that's pretty weird right there. Yeah, that is. So yeah, something is just could be off right there. Something could be really, really off right there, really off. So yeah, it's worth looking into though. Hopefully there's something in there. Okay, I'm moving on to the next topic right here today. Something that I think I'm allowed to talk about, at least with this right here. Let's see which one. I'm gonna go with this one then. Okay, this one is worth this. I'm gonna talk about this one. Yeah, right here. Let me bring this up. Okay. Right here. So this is something I'm allowed to talk about. New York City, this is an article from Breitbart. New York City public housing official, Democrats throwing millions at migrants, forgetting poor New Yorkers. Yeah, not surprising right here. This is something, and you see a lot of, I've been watching a lot of things that have been going on with a lot of Democratic candidates saying like there needs to be a pathway to citizenship, and we should allow more people to come in. Did you guys hear like last week with Chuck Schumer actually confirmed the critical rate? Actually confirmed the great replacement theory. He actually confirmed it by saying people to this generation isn't having kids. So what we need to do, we need to bring more people over, more illegals over, and have them be legalized so they're allowed to vote and stuff like that. So yeah, you see, they confirmed the great replacement theory. Schumer confirmed it when he said that quote. And I want to bring more into this New York story right here. I heard Daniel Barber, who represents New York City's nearly 340,000 public housing tenants, says Democrat city officials are throwing millions in taxpayer money at newly arrived border crossers and illegal aliens while forgetting about poor New Yorkers. It's not surprising. A lot of illegals are being pushed over actually working class citizens. So, yeah. Barber, chair of the citywide Council of Presidents of New York City Housing Authority Tenant Associates, indirectly blasted plans by Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul. Hochul, is that how you say her name? That is set to spend at least $600 million on hotel rooms, subsidized public housing, and public school need for thousands of border crossers and illegal aliens arriving on the border every week from Texas. Like Chuck Schumer confirmed the great replacement theory, these people right here in New York and California, they are proving it right here. So, yeah. So, yeah. You see it right here. In an interview with the New York Post, Barber said Democrat city officials are wrapped up in getting help to migrants, even as poor New Yorkers suffer with insufficient housing and lack of job opportunities. Pretty interesting right there. They're helping illegals, but they're not helping their own citizens. Pretty interesting. The city is going to put forth a ton of money for these people who aren't even citizens, but they forgot about the people who live in public housing right here, Barber told the Post. They're going to train a bunch of people coming into this country, but those already here who apply through hoops and get in and can't get in, said Barber, who represents every person living in the 335 housing developments in the 5 brats as their elected president, emphasis added. I've seen better conditions in shanty towns in developing countries, he said. We have scaffolding that has been up for 15 to 20 years and nothing is being done. We have water that is seeping into people's apartments. We have boarded up windows that never get fixed. We need help. Why are you helping all these thousands of illegals but not helping your own citizens? You see right there? You clearly see there's a whole bunch of weird stuff going on right there. Here, it's not only confirms the great replacement theory, but here's what the Democrats are trying to do. They're not just trying to, what I think they're trying to do is, they're actually, this is the problem. Like I said, I'm glad DeSantis and Abbott are sending all these illegals out of their states. I'm glad about that. But then again, is it a double, I'm also thinking about it. Is it like a double-edged sword? Why? Because every 10 years, the U.S. Census is taken. We all know that. When the census is taken, that means the electoral maps are changed around. And when the electoral maps are changed around, what it is it goes by population density, not by legal citizens. And the higher population totals that you get, the more electoral votes that state will get. Like like with California, New York, like they have the border wide open so they can fill in the void of not only the millions of people that are leaving California and New York, that they're also filling in the void with all these illegals, and also trying to add on top of that so they can get more electoral votes the next time the census is taken. You see it right here. Like it's not a theory. I think this is real. Like they're trying to build up more so they can get more electoral votes, so they have bigger influences in like the E's. And you know what word what I'm referring to, but I just can't say it here. So yeah, see, yeah, right there. Metalopoly says, if I went across the Mexico border illegally, how much money do you think they give me? No. Are you talking about coming to the U.S. or are you going to Mexico? If you're talking about going to Mexico, you would actually possibly get shot if you did that. Like you cannot illegally go to Mexico. You would get shot or arrested. Now, if you went to Mexico and just came across the border, who knows? But here's another thing I guarantee you guys right here. They're allowing all these illegal immigrants to come in here without process. And here's something here's something I've heard before, and I think this is real. Imagine if you had 20,000 Polish people from Poland, 20,000 people from Poland go to Mexico and try to come across the Mexico border. They would immediately try to put a border right up and try to push them away and not allow them to come over. Why? Because Polish people are more likely vote Republican. Most people in Poland vote Republican. Why? Because they know what tyrannical stuff is. They live through can't say the word, but the National Socialist Party. When the National Socialist Party took over Poland in the 1930s and 40s, they lived through it and know what will happen. So that's why they vote Republican, and that's why they still vote Republican to this day. And I guarantee you, the Democrats would not allow 20,000 illegal Polish people to come across the border because it would add more to the Republican side. That's just what it is. And it's not a theory. That is what it would happen. I truly believe that part right there. Truly do. Hey, Jeromeo. Hey, man. Thanks for coming by. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming back to the show, man. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're having fun. So, we're having a great conversation right here, guys. Great conversation here. But yeah, I wanted to play this video from CNN where they're talking about all these migrants that are coming over. Let's play this right here. This is from Anderson Cooper, who is probably the best actor on CNN, by far the best actor on CNN, I should say.
Texas officials said the state has now bused nearly 1,000 migrants to New York City in the last 2 weeks and more than 7,000 to Washington, D.C. since April. It's part of a program begun by Governor Greg Abbott as a very public dig at the Biden administration's immigration policies. New York's mayor says that Texas is forcing the migrants on buses. The office of the Texas governor says that
they're not citizens. You can't force people to keep people in their state that aren't
away
citizens.
From the political back and forth, and instead just talk to the people and families riding these buses to see what they think. Here's Gary.
Now, the amendment that allows them freedom of travel through states, that's for illegal citizens. That does not apply to illegals. That does not apply to illegal immigrants. It only applies to legal citizens of the country. That's what it is.
These migrants at this shelter in Eagle Pass, Texas, most from Venezuela, have all just crossed the Rio Grande from Mexico into Texas, surrendered to the U.S. Border Patrol, received future immigration court dates, and some are about to board.
Most of them never even show up to those court dates, just saying.
This bus for a 1,700-mile trip to Washington, D.C., a plan started by the Texas governor in April. Some people say it's cruel.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But
They're not
this
citizens.
story may not be what you expect. Listen to these migrants, like 28-year-old.
You can't hear it, guys? I can turn it up a little more. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn this up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn it up for you guys. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I'm trying to turn it up, guys. Sorry about that. Let me see. Let me check this right here. I have it at the max it'll go. I don't see how it's too low. I'm looking at all of it. It's my volume's at the peak. Everything's at the peak. I don't know what it is though. So Okay, you're just gonna have to deal with it right here. I don't know what to do then. So yeah. Oh, sorry.
Genesis Figueroa from Venezuela.
Are you taking the bus? ¿Tú eres tomando el bus a Washington, D.C.?
Hoy sí.
Today, yes.
Sí. Sí.
¿Tú eres feliz? Are you happy?
Sí, sí.
And listen to those who advocate for the migrants.
They want to go in these buses.
Valeria Wheeler is the executive director of Mission Border Hope, a nonprofit organization.
Yep.
Which serves this.
I want to bring this up right here. And thanks, Jeromeo. I'm a big fan of you, man. In Hungary, the commie dictator Matet. I'm botching that. I'm not going to say that because I botched that. So yeah, used the Salamini technique to conquer power. He basically divided the opposition by calling them fascists and making them not willing to help each other. That's what happened in Germany in the 1930s, where the guy with the funny mustache, what he said about the Jews. They literally called them bad people, turned the general public against them, and that's how they got away with it. Because the general public turned against them, and that's why they did all that stuff to the Jews. That is what happened, because he turned them all against each other. That's what he did. So yeah,
border community in Eagle Pass and operates this shelter for the recent arrivals. She's aware of the political component to the long bus rides, but says many of these people want to go to Washington or New York, the two locations where the Texas state buses are going.
Why do they want to go to New York or D.C.? Because they're going to be given free stuff there. That's what will happen. They're just given free stuff.
And you're saying no one is being forced to go on these buses?
No one has been forced.
They're going on it because they want to.
Yes.
There's a free ride to New York or Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're not starving, Fenwick.
Shelter each day. The people who work here face an average of about 500 people daily. Many of these people have family in the United States, family with money, and in no time at all, they'll be in their family's hometowns. But other people here have no family, have absolutely no idea where they're going to go next.
Genesis Figueroa has no family in the United States, but she traveled a month and a half by foot, bus, and boat to get here.
Me enfermé.
She says, I got very tired. My legs hurt and I got sick. I came down with pneumonia. I was hospitalized for 3 days in Guatemala. Genesis says,
well, yes, Jeromeo, migrants are not very religious, but they still come from a conservative Christian culture. But like Carlos said, like the vast majority of Hispanics from Latin America, they're either very Christian and have very conservative values. But whenever they come to America, they typically vote for Democrats. That's what they do. Now, a lot of them. The reason a lot of them do vote for the Democrats is because they are brainwashed, and they're offered free stuff. So, and that's how they're able to get to them. That's the same thing. How most blacks vote for Democrats is they bought into the propaganda, and plus a lot of black people and Hispanics are offered free stuff. So yes, you clearly see this right here. So yeah,
she does have friends in Washington. So she says she and her husband are happy to take the Washington bus.
Washington, D.C. es 40 horas, 40 hours.
Ay, sí, es mucho tiempo.
Much time.
Pero ya tenemos bastante tiempo.
She says, we've been on the road for so long, we don't mind 2 or 3 more days. Cousins Luis Pulido and Einar Garrido took 6 weeks to get here from Venezuela. And then something horrible happened. Luis says, we left in search of a dream, but now it's a very difficult, hard situation because this trip took my brother's life.
What?
Tragically.
You see, this is something that I'm very curious about. People, these people, what they're doing is they're risking their lives, and they're not only their families' lives, but including their families, their children, their friends, all that on their journey to get here, and to come here illegally. Why can't they just go to a center in Mexico where they can actually be processed legally, and they'll be able to be legally allowed to immigrate here to America? Do it the legal way with the process. Why can't they do that? And plus, it's much easier to do that than to come here illegally. That's what it is. That's just how it is.
Lisa's younger brother Juan disappeared when they were all swimming across the Rio Grande. Shelter officials had just informed him Juan's body was found. He drowned. The cousins say they will go ahead with their plans and take the Washington bus.
Chicago.
Luis says our destination is Chicago, but adds they will get off the bus along the route in Kentucky, and their relatives will pick them up there.
Kentucky. You, you clearly see where this is going right here. They're trying to send all of these people, all these migrants, these illegal migrants to red states. Kentucky's a red state. Why are they doing this? Why? Well, not only, like I said, the main reason they're sending them to blue states is just so like they can get more electoral votes. Why are they sending when they're sending them to red states? Why are they doing that? It's because, and also they're trying to make it legal for them to vote and to become citizens. They're trying to like change things, is what I should say. Like that's just what it is. Like they're trying to change the culture and to change the patterns of I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say the V word anymore either. Well, the voting patterns, I should say. What they're trying to do is like they're trying to get more and more people to vote Democrats in red states by sending more illegals there and trying to make it legal for them to vote there. Because they know they're going to most likely vote Democrat because the Democrats are basically offering them free stuff. So that's what their goal is right here, to change the patterns so that your vote, that my vote, your vote, everyone else's vote matters less. And so the Democrats will be able to win more and more. That's what their goal is right here.
The executive director here confirms the buses have indeed let off passengers along the way once they get out of Texas. The time has come for the bus to leave. Genesis Figueroa gets processed by members of the Texas State Guard. And so do cousins Luis Pulido and Aina Garrido. And then 41 men, women, and children come out in the blazing sun to board the bus for the 40-hour ride. Genesis says she's ready. She says she hopes to support her family back in Venezuela by cleaning, cooking, or doing office work. Luis and Ainer said they'd like to help their families by working in the restaurant business.
Thank you, Infinity. Thank you.
The bus pulls away.
And here's something that's going to happen. Most likely will happen. These people, when they get jobs, they're probably going to be paid below minimum wage. And why? That's going to be hurting regular citizens because these people will take lower wages and American citizens won't be able to get those jobs. This is the problem with illegal immigration. They lower they hurt Americans by taking the jobs away from them because they'll take below minimum wages because you can get away with that because they're not American citizens. And so yeah, and plus they're given free stuff with what money? Our taxpayer money. That's what it is.
Each passenger we talk to saying they appreciate getting the air-conditioned bus ride to what they hope is a much better road ahead.
If you were driving your car from here to Washington, D.C., and you were going at a good clip, and you can here in Texas, because at some point the speed limit's 85 miles per hour, you'd make it in about 25 hours. But this bus goes slowly. It makes a lot of stops, so they do allow up to 40 hours. We were here with that bus and those people yesterday, so it's expected that bus will arrive in the nation's capital sometime tomorrow morning. Anderson?
Gary Tuckman, appreciate it. Thank you. Up next, the Southwest of the U.S. expecting heavy rainfall this weekend. It won't bring the relief needed for long-term mega drought. As many.
Okay. As you guys get it right there, you can clearly see what's going on. So, yeah. Leftists hate USA. They truly do. Yet cannot explain why a Cuban would rather drown in a Miami's beach to reach evil neoliberal capitalism instead of staying in Castro's socialist utopia. 100% right there, man. 100%. I am a Latino, Jeromeo said. Yeah, I know you are. If it was me, I would allow you to deport the crap out of all these illegals. So, yeah, if it was me, I would allow you to deport the crap out of these illegals. Yeah. They should be deported. Why they can't be deported? Because the federal government and Biden will not allow that. They say they have to stay here in America. They got rid of the Remain in Mexico policy. If we had kept the Remain in Mexico policy, this wouldn't be anywhere near where it is right now. Not even close. Not even close. Manalopoulos says we are being replaced. It's obvious, and it is truly is obvious. And it's not racist to state facts. And it is facts that we are being replaced right here. We are. And Tucker Carlson was right when he talked about the great replacement theory. Yeah. I'm sick of this crap. I don't care what kind of ist or a phobe they want to label me anymore. If we don't push back on this, America is done for. Maybe it's possible I'm starting to get the feeling that America is done for no matter what we do anymore. I'm starting to get that feeling. No matter what we do, it's going to be bad what we have. It just will be. So, yeah. So, I hope things work out for the better. I hope it does. But at the end of the day, I don't know. It's going to get worse. I just don't know, guys. I'm going to try to find that clip of Chuck Schumer talking about the Great Replacement Theory. Give me 1 second. Schumer replacement. Come on, where is this right here? Come on, where is it? Okay, where is this clip right here? Where is this clip right here? Come on, where is this clip right here? I'm trying to find it because it should be right here somewhere. See if I can find it right here. Is this it? Let me find. Maybe Tucker Carlson talked about it. Come on, where is it? Right here. Where is this right here? Come on. I don't think I can find it right here. I don't think I can find it. Like now maybe Ben Shapiro has it. I saw him talk about it. Maybe I can find a clip from his show when he talked about it. Let me find it right here. I'm trying to find it. Where is this right here? As he talked about it. Let me try to find it. I think I found it. This is where he was talking about it. Like, is this it right here? Right here. I found it right here. I'm bringing this right up right here. I got it, guys. I got it. Let me try to bring this up. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry it's taking so long. Okay. Okay, right here. This is Chuck Schumer. Ben Shapiro talked about this, and this is the only place I can find the clip. So I'm gonna play it right here, guys. So, and this proves the Great Replacement Theory. It's not a theory actually, and Tucker Carlson talked about it, and he was called a conspiracy theorist for saying it. But you hear it come from Chuck Schumer's mouth. Yeah, let's just watch this.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship.
I mean, it's an amazing statement.
Okay. You heard it come from his mouth. He literally said it. That's the Great Replacement Theory. He just said it right out. He just said it out loud. And they're talking about why we have a shortage of workers, why my generation, I'm a Zoomer, why Zoomers, which is my generation, aren't reproducing at the levels that other generations have done before. Here's why they have done it. One, they've been normalizing abortion greatly. It's like you're encouraging more and more people to get abortions. That's what you're doing. Like 25%. Is it a 25? Is it a quarter or is it a third? It's something like that of Zoomers, which is my generation, are not here because of abortion. That you don't think that has something to do with it? And my generation Zoomers, they're not having kids because one, they're very indoctrinated with abortion. They're getting a lot of abortions. Two, they're being indoctrinated in this woke ideology culture. They're encouraged to not to have kids, and they're encouraged to in their. I'm not sure. There's something I want to say. I just can't say it here for YouTube, but you guys probably know what it is. So, let's just say they're normalizing something with children. We'll just say that. I can't say it here on YouTube, but you know what it is. So yeah, they're encouraging that. They're actually shaming women. They're actually shaming women for being stay-at-home that want to be stay-at-home moms. So it's like that. Because most women the vast majority of women back in the day used to be stay-at-home moms, and now they're shamed for doing that. And there's a lot of women who do want to be stay-at-home moms, but they can't be because of how expensive things have gotten with inflation. So you have and prices and all that kind of stuff. So you need two incomes to like pay for rent and take care of the kids, and so that's why a lot of these women can't be stay-at-home moms and raise the kids like that. So they have to send them to public school. And when they send them to public school, they get indoctrinated into the woke left ideology system. That's what happens. That and like these people, and when what these kids are taught, they're encouraged not to have children. They're encouraged to get abortions and stuff like that. They're encouraged to believe all this woke ideology culture and stuff like that. So yeah, and plus another thing. You see the rise of the beta males too particularly in my generation mostly. Like there's the amount of beta males in my generation has skyrocketed. And it's not even hilarious anymore. It's not funny. Like you see men's sperm counts have dropped dramatically. Muscular men have dropped dramatically. Women's fertility have dropped dramatically. All this has dropped dramatically. And is this just a huge coincidence? And something that that Mr. Billy G wants, he wants to depopulate the earth. Not just him, but all the other elites. They're trying to get them to not reproduce and stuff like that. Encouraging them, and he wants have the population of the planet go down dramatically. So clearly see a lot of this weird stuff that's going on right here. So yeah, it's clearly happening. Yeah. I am a Zoomer. I would have 5 kids if it wasn't about boomers ruining my economic future. Do not be fooled. A lot of us Zoomers do want to have kids, but the economy is the crappiest crap ever. Well, Jeromeo, here's what I suggest to you. Have the kids anyway. You got to do that, man. You have to. If you're not single, and if you are single, I encourage you to try to get a woman as soon as possible and have as many kids with her as possible. You need to do that. Even with all this economic stuff that's been going on, you need to have kids right here. You have to. That's the only way that the future can survive. So we cannot allow all this stuff to be going on right here. We cannot be allowing this to go on. We can't be. And then I'm talking about with Billy G wanting the population to go down dramatically. Are you aware that I believe last week the world passed 8 billion people. So now there's 8 billion people that are alive on this planet right now. So yeah, and Billy G is angry about that. I guarantee about that, and he wants that to go down. So how's he going to get it to go down? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he tries to do. So or the other elitists, because they want it to happen as well. So yeah. I was a madman once when I discovered that Wall Street bankers financed the Russian communists during the revolution, and it was proven indeed not a conspiracy at all. 100%, man. 100%. Yep. We're gonna be. I'm going to talk about Russia here in a little bit too. Fenwick says people used to be poor and just have kids anyway. Yeah, and it still happens today. Particularly particularly third world countries, you see that happen a whole lot. And it used to be happening a lot back here in this country, and we still need to bring that back anyway. Because guess whether anyone likes it or not, my generation Zoomers needs to have kids. Me personally, I want to have a lot of kids. I want to have as many kids as possible. I'd actually like to have more than 5 kids because with how low the birth rates are with my generation, and with how a lot of certain things have been going on, we need as many people as possible. And that's why when I'm single right now, but when I do get a girlfriend, I want to have or a wife, I should say. I want to have a whole bunch of kids because we need to have this to happen. We need this. Well, Fenwick, I'm commented again. I never wanted kids, but I also came from a messed up family, and now the ship has sailed anyway. But if you want to do it, you should just do it. 100% agree right there. 100% agree. We need to do that right now. We need to have that to happen. I don't know how old you are. If you are, if you're in your 40s or 50s, then you probably can't have kids because you're a woman. But if you were at least in your 30s, then I would suggest you have some kids. I would suggest that because like we need that we need more and more people. Like Schumer's partially right where we need more workers and more people to carry on the next generation. Like, but we can't do this by bringing in more and more illegal immigrants. We can't do that. We need to have our own people reproduce more. And what we need to do, we need to encourage people to reproduce more and to have more kids. We have to. Like Charlie Kirk meant when he was debating a bunch of college students about abortion and stuff like that. He says that he thinks we need to subsidize people to have more and more kids, and I 100% agree with that. I think what we need to do, we need to subsidize more pregnancy centers, subsidize them a whole lot. Like we need to encourage more people to have kids. We have to do that. Encourage them. Like tell them. Like because like that having children is the greatest gift you could ever have. It's the greatest gift that God could ever give you, and we need that to happen more and more. You need like if you don't want kids, that's fine. But like I think it's still. I think someone needs to like tell those people like hey, the society could collapse in the future if with our population could go down dramatically without having more and more people to take up the workload. We have to have more and more kids. So what we needed, if there's someone out there that didn't want to have kids, like someone my generation, I would like to have a conversation with them, and I would explain to them that having the children is the greatest gift that God could ever give you. That is the greatest gift you could ever get, and nothing could ever come close to it. That's just what it would. That's just what it is. So yeah. Fenwick says Gen X is the lost generation. Yeah. I like to see Zoomers bring us back to life, but it's a personal choice. Yeah, it is a personal choice, but like what I think we all need to do, like if we run into like Zoomers, we need to encourage them to have more and more kids. We do. And like and also X, I don't know what they're actually Gen X is actually called, but like when they get older, we need to encourage them too, because we can't allow this indoctrination to go even further. We need to have more people we need to encourage more people to have kids. That's just what we need. Yeah. I hope the Zoomers will rebel against their woke parents and become conservatives. Yeah. The midterms, like it showed that that Zoomers are voting like 27+ points for Democrats. That's something that needs to be worked on. So when Tim Pool says that Gen Z is slightly more conservative than the millennials, I think that probably is true. But what I think happened is the vast majority of people. Here's what I think happened. Zoomers are a teeny bit more conservative because they're not being sent into public schools, not nearly as many of them. But what's happening is there's so many of them, the indoctrination got so many of them quickly before we could get them away from them. That's why they're voting heavily Democrat. That's what there is. So yeah. I'm Gen X and I agree. The boomers put us in a tough spot. Metalopoli, you're Gen X? I did not realize that. You're younger than me then. I did not know about that. Yeah. So yeah, I thought you were much older. I thought I recall you saying you were a much older guy. At least I thought so. Who knows? I could be wrong about that. So yeah, the boomers put us in a tough spot, 100%. Yeah, boomers made us hate family life. 100% agree right there. 100% agree right there. So yeah, but when encouraging people to have more kids, as you guys recall, China used to have the one-child policy because they're so overpopulated, but now they have the two-child policy where and they're encouraging more people to have 2 kids now. Because why? Because China is getting too old and they don't have enough people to take up the workload. So that's why they moved they got rid of the one-child policy and brought back brought in 2-child policy though. So yeah. No Metalopoly. Zoomers are. Let me check that out again. Each generation. Let me check that out. Let me bring this up. Let me find this right here. Okay. Let me find this right here. Okay, I'm trying to find this right here. Okay. Let me try to find this right here. Okay. I got it mixed up. I mixed up alpha then. My mistake. So yeah. Okay, I got it right here. Here it is, right here. I'm gonna bring this up right here. I got this mixed up. So yeah. Let me bring this up right here. Here it is. So yeah, I'm I'm a Zoomer. So I was born in 2002. So I'm a Zoomer. Zoomer started in like it's from 19. It's people born from 1996 to 2010. So yeah, I'm a Zoomer. Alpha. They were born from 2011 to 2025. So yeah. So okay, okay. So yeah. 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 So yeah. You're 45, actually on the younger side of generation of Gen X. So yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Zarza Giomio says, I really hate marriage and cheating jokes that boomers and some Gen X love to say. Bro, they make young people to be afraid of relationships and then they complain about Zoomers being afraid. Yeah. Well, I think I encourage more people to get married. Now my only issue is like I have a problem with with how the divorce laws are set up, where like all the women it benefits women, but all the men get disregarded in it. That I do not like that part. But I still encourage more people to get married because why? It makes it a healthier relationship, and if you have kids, it's healthier for the kids too because we have both parents in the household. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're Gen Y. So you're a millennial then. So okay. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. I picked up really bad boomer jokes. The number one cause of divorce is marriage. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I encourage everyone to get married, especially if you're young. I encourage you to get married when you're young too, because if you get married when you're like in your 20s, that is actually can be really good because like what I think you should do, like you should be with someone for at least a year before you get married, in my view. At least 1 year. That because that's enough time for you to get to know the person. If you get married with them after you know them for like a couple months, I don't think that's the best idea. But now if you know them for like a year, I think that's a good time for you to get to know them and have your personalities mesh for you to get married. That's just my view on that. Just my opinion. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the next topic here today. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Fenwick. It's okay. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, one sec. Yeah. I'm gonna bring up the final topic I have for here today. In 1 second. I'm gonna bring this up. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna talk more about Russia again. I'm gonna bring this up right here. Give me 1 second. I'm talking this up. Okay, I brought this. Yeah, you are one of the good ones, Fenwick. Oh God. Yeah. GOP Turner, Congress doesn't need to pass 40 billion Dem bills to give Ukraine 88 billion. Wait. Let me rephrase. Let me re-say that again. Congress doesn't need to pass 40 billion Dem bills to give Ukraine 8 billion. Really, really interesting right here. So yeah, let's read this. Representative Mike Turner of Ohio, Sunday on ABC's This Week, said that Republicans were not going to pass bloated Democratic bills to help Ukraine fight off Russia's invasion. Like I said, there's no reason for us to be even involved in something that has no business with us. The Ukraine war with Russia, that's none of our business, and we should stay out of it. Sorry about that. Audio cut out again. Sorry about that, guys. That happens all the time. Hopefully, you guys can hear me right now. Like I said, that will keep happening. There's nothing I can do to stop that. So, yeah, that's just going to keep happening, guys. Like, whenever that happens, just let me know in the live chat. So I can fix that. So, yeah. What? Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, I think you can hear me. So, yeah. Bruh. Yeah. So, I think you guys can hear me right now. So, yeah. At least I think so. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go right into this right here. Turner said, it's not an issue of difficulty. It's an issue of accountability. First of all, thank you for going to Ukraine. Your piece shows the opposite of what Putin said they're a country. They do have spirit and they're winning. I want to Ukraine on a bipartisan group for the... Okay. Whoever said this said some really bad misquotes right here. For the sole purpose of telling President Zelensky that he does have continued support, bipartisan support. The issue is we don't need to pass 40 billion large Democrat bills to send 8 billion aid to Ukraine. We shouldn't be sending any money to Ukraine. Not even a penny. It's been very frustrating to Ukrainians when we hear the larger numbers from the United States burgeoning Democrat bills and little amount of aid they receive. We'll make certain they get what they need. To the other things they need is air defense, and that's actually so vulnerability on our part. Our air defense systems are so complex. We need to make certain we work with partners and pull together on air defense system they can put together to defend Kyiv, to defend their infrastructure. All right, did you guys see like what happened a couple weeks ago? Where supposedly Russian missiles hit Poland and killed 2 people, and Ukraine was saying like, oh, Russia attacked Poland, so now it's time for NATO to get involved. Now it's time to bring in Article 5 of the NATO agreement. When you found out that that the missile was actually a Ukrainian missile, because photos got out of it and it was shown that only Ukraine uses that type of missile, and it exposed their bull crap. And Zelensky and a lot of other people in Ukraine said, no, this isn't possible for it to be Ukrainian tech missiles. This has to be Russian. When it's obvious that they lied about it, when it was just Russian missiles. So, yeah. And then plus on top of that, are you guys aware that like with a lot of the money that the U.S. sent over to Ukraine to fight Russia, we don't, and plus they didn't track any of the money that what Ukraine did with it. But we found out that like Ukraine used the money that we gave them to donate to Democrat campaigns in the midterms. You see that right there? They used our own money that we sent them to donate to Democratic campaigns for the midterms. You see right here? You see where this is going right here? This shows how corrupt the Ukrainian government is. That they're willing to play the system so that they can get Democrats in power. That's what the goal is, to get Democrats in power forever. That's what their goal is right here. That's what their goal is to do right here. They're trying to make it so that they will never lose again. It's sad, guys. It truly is sad. So, yeah. I'm sorry about that, guys, but that's just how it is. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Metalopoly says, anyone else find it suspicious that Trump was impeached for wanting to investigate Biden's ties to Ukraine, and then right after Biden becomes president, we start sending billions to Ukraine? And then on top of that, they censored the Hunter Biden laptop story, when on the laptop it was proven that Biden and Hunter, that Joe and Hunter, they did illegal dealings with the Ukrainian government. Well, not just the government, but also companies that work in Ukraine. Pretty interesting stuff right there. Ukraine needs weapons. Even the craziest weapons in NATO is superior to the old Soviet junk that Russia is using. They can just give Zelensky the old crap they do not use anymore. Nothing else. What we need to do is stay out of it. It's none of our business to even get involved in it. What do we get by helping Ukraine? For real, what do we get? Nothing. There's nothing we get by helping Ukraine. It's not even a NATO country. And plus, on top of that, I think NATO personally, I think NATO needs to be disbanded, because all it does is just cause division between us and our adversaries. So yeah, like it pisses Russia, China, North Korea, Iran off, and all the other adversaries we have off. So what we need to do is disband NATO and let every country fend for themselves. That's what I believe we need to do, at least in my opinion. My opinion. So yeah, let Ukraine, let them fight that war themselves. And plus, on top of that, they're winning. Well, then again, they're winning because of the money that we are giving to them. So yeah. Okay, let's play this video right here real quick. I want to see what they're saying right here. Let's play it right here. Let's play this.
We give them what they need. They win. If we don't, it's going to be a long, protracted war.
And Congressman Turner, you were recently in Ukraine about a month ago. I know you've suggested that Republicans will make matters difficult for the White House to pass more Ukrainian aid. Will you make it more difficult? And how do you view this?
No, it's not an issue of difficulty. It's an issue actually just of accountability. Martha, first of all, thank you for going to Ukraine. I mean, that your piece shows what Putin said, the opposite of what Putin said, which is they are a country. They do have spirit and they are winning. I went to Ukraine in a bipartisan group for the sole purposes of telling President Zelensky that he does have continued support and he will have bipartisan support. The issue obviously
should not have any support
we don't need
whatsoever.
to pass $40 billion large Democrat bills that have been being passed to send $8 billion to Ukraine. What we're going to do, and it's been very frustrating, obviously, even to the Ukrainians, where they hear these large numbers in the United States as a result of the, burgeoned.
Okay, I forgot. That's a great point, Fenwick. Great point. The problem is that NATO broke agreements by expanding past the Baltic Sea. Well, right when the Berlin Wall fell, the agreement between NATO and Russia was that NATO would not expand its borders 1 inch to the east once the Berlin Wall fell. And what happened? We broke that agreement almost immediately, and we expanded past the Berlin Wall. So yeah.
Democrat bills and the little amount of aid that they receive. We're going to make certain they get what they need. And as you saw, and in your piece you said, the other thing they need is air defense. And that actually is a vulnerability on our part. Our air defense systems are so complex, we need to make certain that we work with partners and pull together an air defense system that they can put together to defend Kyiv, to defend their infrastructure.
And we know what Leader McCarthy has said about this. He's not going to write a blank check. And you have colleagues like Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, Thomas Macy of Kentucky, who are unlikely to support more aid. So are you really certain that Republicans will bring this to the floor?
Well, I think as Mike said, I think the majorities on both sides of the aisle support this effort. I think, everybody has a voice in Congress, and the fact is we are going to provide more oversight, transparency, and accountability. We're not going to write a blank check. The last $40 billion package that passed, Martha, it was given to us the day of the vote. And members only had a matter of hours to go through all these pages of $40 billion supplemental.
Some of it's long-term aid, though. It's not just
it was long-term. And to be honest, a lot of this went to backfill our stockpiles. However, the Republicans are not going to rule like that. We have a voice now, and we're going to do this in an accountable way with transparency to the American people. These are American taxpayer dollars going in. Does that diminish our will to help the Ukrainian people fight? No, but we're going to do it in a responsible way. And I think it's very important that the American people understand what's at stake here. If we lose in Ukraine, Chairman Xi is going to look at Taiwan, and the Ayatollah is already
looking at Taiwan
and China in this fight. And Kim Jong-un now is providing artillery shells to Russia to fight the Ukrainians.
And Congressman Turner,
and North Korea is going to look to South Korea. Remember, that's what's going to happen afterwards.
Long said more NATO members need to give more. How
no,
do you do that?
what we need to do is get out of it as a whole.
President Biden has held that NATO alliance together. He's got 40 nations who've all contributed. How do you get them to do more?
Well, they are doing more, and they are doing a lot. And there's some exciting things happening in NATO. Obviously, where Putin was saying that he was really fighting against the West, not just Ukraine and the expansion of NATO. He's now going to be welcoming Sweden and Finland into the NATO alliance. They were there as part of our meeting, being welcomed to joining NATO. Seeing the expansion of NATO has got to be very difficult for Putin because he wanted the opposite. The entire Ukrainian delegation was there, and President Zelensky himself spoke at the meeting as he has remotely. This is very important because he continues to show, as you know, the resolve that they intend to win, that they are a country and they're going to fight. And you were talking about, bipartisan support. The president's got some difficulties in his own party. As you know, 30 members of his party sent a letter saying, although we're for aid, you should immediately begin negotiating some form of surrender from Ukraine.
They withdrew
The letter
that
was
letter, as you know.
the letter was so embarrassing to the president.
Well, yes, they were not on paper, Jeromeo, but we told them that we would not do that. We told them that, but we told them, Russia, that we would not do it. And now that now that NATO is approaching on Russia's border, that is why Putin decided to invade Ukraine. So yeah, like he says, they were only speeches, and speeches have zero value in international diplomacy. I did not support NATO though, but they did not violate any promises to Russia. They didn't violate any agreements. They didn't, not on paper, but they still told Russia they would not expand NATO. And they still failed that. We still failed that. So, yeah. Yes, Metalopoly. I have seen the protests going on, and I'm trying to right now because of the zero C-19 quota that they're trying to get. I've seen that. So, yeah.
That the 30 members who had signed on to it had to immediately withdraw that letter. And what that letter said was, we agree to give them aid, but basically the White House should decide who lives under an authoritarian regime, under Russia, with these atrocities, murderousness, and who's going to live under freedom. That certainly isn't helpful to the White House.
And I want to turn now to the next Congress. I know you, Congressman McCall, want to look at Afghanistan and the withdrawal. That was clearly a deeply flawed withdrawal. But what
ABC actually admitted it. I'm shocked that they actually admitted it.
About President Biden's role.
Well, I'd like to, the veterans deserve this first and foremost, Martha. You and I spent a lot of time in Afghanistan. The way it was done was such a disaster and such a disgrace to our veterans that served in Afghanistan. They deserve answers to the many questions we have. Why wasn't there a plan to evacuate? How did it go so wrong? Why can't I have access to the dissenting cable from the embassy, from the 32 or 23 employees out of the embassy that basically disagreed with the administration's policies? And they were lied to. Remember, we're not going to fly off the top of the embassy like Saigon. This is not going to be a disaster. And this was a big.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerome, Russia did make a promise, a signed one, of not invading Ukraine if Ukraine gives up their nuclear arsenal, which they did. Yes, but but then again, we cannot. Even though it was on paper, a signed one, still though, Russia was promised, even though it was not in writing. NATO told Russia they would not expand 1 inch to the east, and they still did it. So yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna show you something here, guys. I got this a few weeks ago. I just haven't showed it to you guys yet. This is actually something pretty interesting. I bought this off eBay, and it's this. It's a copy of the Declaration of Independence. This, I bought this. I want to get a copy of it, and I want to frame it, and I want to put it up here in my studio. This is actually something pretty cool right here. I had to get one. I might get one of the Constitution. That one will probably be a little while before I get that. So yeah. Oh yeah. And speaking of that, before I go, there's something I want to show you guys. If you guys know what you guys know the "Too Late to Apologize" song. You guys are aware of that, and you're aware of the parody "Too Late to Order Fries." The people that made a parody to that. Well, there was another parody of this made years ago, and which actually was 12 plus years ago. And I saw this when I was in 5th grade. Oh, was it fifth? Yeah, I was in 5th grade. Yeah, and my teacher in 5th grade actually showed me this video of "Too Late to Apologize," but they used but it was with the American Revolution though. And what it was is called "Too Late to Apologize: A Declaration." Basically, the founders signing the Declaration of Independence. And so what I want to do is I want to play that video right here because I want you guys to see this right here because I came across this a couple weeks ago again because I forgot about it, and I wanted to show you guys it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this before I head out tonight. Yeah, this is something pretty fun right here. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this right before I head out. Like, you guys are gonna love this right here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play it right here. 1 second. All right, here you go. You guys are gonna love this right here.
Halfway across the globe and we're standing on the ground, screaming across the waves, you can't hear the sound. There's no fair trials, no trade, no liberties, no tea. We've colonized America, we won't stand for tyranny. Okay, and it's too late to apologize. It's too late.
And this is really good.
I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. You paid your foolish tax, read the acts, and they just won't do. We wanna make it clear we believe this much is true. All men were created with certain unalienable rights. Among these, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late.
Watch this part.
Halfway across the globe and we're standing on new ground.
I love that. And Fenwick. What I said was like you know, there was a parody of like the Order Fries one. Like there was also another parody of it, but it was this actually. It's called "Too Late to Apologize: A Declaration." So yeah, it was just another parody of it. So yeah, yeah, party like it's 1776 right there, 100%. I love it. Like I was shown that when I was in 5th grade. That video is at least 12 years old, maybe a little more. But yeah, basically it was showing like what the founders were saying is basically like but it was putting in what the whole point of it was made to like teach kids about the founding of America, but basically make it entertaining with the song. So that's what they did was they just took the parody, they just made a parody of "Too Late to Apologize." So yeah, it was really cool, guys. It's really cool. Like I had to end it with that. Like that is something really, really cool right there. So it's pretty fun, really, really fun right there. Osiris, he ends a lot of his shows with like playing like some music or something like that at the end of it. So yeah, I wanted to try it too. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. So yeah, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends, and turn on notifications so we can beat the YouTube algorithm. Because my channel is shadow banned, and we need to undo that. So I'm trying to get my channel to grow even more. Like I'm at 98 subscribers right now. We're just 2 away from getting to 100 subscribers. Hopefully I can get that soon. I'm really trying to get 100 subscribers. So yeah, guys, please share this video with your friends and everyone else so that my channel can grow. And I need to get to 100 subscribers. Also, if you're watching this on Rumble, make sure to like this video here on Rumble and subscribe to me on Rumble and turn on notifications and share that with your friends as well. Also, follow me on all the other social media platforms as well. I'm on all of them. And also follow me on all the other podcast platforms as well. I'm on all of those as well. All right. I'm Ray, the host of the Ray Infinity Show podcast. This is episode number 83. Catch you guys later. Peace!